Now on 4 News Now at 6, a swarm of police panic students and parents trying to find out if their kids are safe. Tonight, lessons learned from the shooting hoax at Lewis and Clark High School and making classrooms safer.
Clouds and fog tonight, but that is going to be changing soon. I'll show you when the snow and bitter cold temperatures will return to our area in the first alert forecast.
Spokane County drops its lawsuit over the removal of Camp Hope. We'll show you why and what that means for the East Spokane homeless camp. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
A false report of an active shooting at Lewis and Clark High School a month ago left many parents scrambling and in fear for their child's safety. Spokane schools are now taking a new approach to lockdown drills and shooting threats. Good evening. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Aaron Luna. It's adding new training for students and staff and making it easier for police to access campuses. Peter Choi explains the district's new safety plans tonight.
Yeah, I spoke to a local parent who sends her kids to Spokane public schools. She says she was frustrated with her lack of communication when her daughter's school, which is Shadle Park High School, was targeted by a false report of shooting in 2018. Now, Spokane Public Schools wants to fix this issue by improving communication tools with parents and local Spokane Police Department.
It's terrifying as a parent. You know, when I went to school, I didn't have to worry about stuff like this. And
a parent, Marissa Carew, heard unexpected news from her daughter coming home from school.
They were getting threats of somebody bringing a gun to school.
Carew was frustrated because of the lack of communication from the school at the time.
Most of the communication's coming from the kids. You know, you get a text message from your student saying, hey, this is happening, or hey, I just saw a fight, or hey, I heard somebody has a gun. And
I'm on the 3rd floor now. We're going to clear the bathrooms on the 3rd floor. The team's on the 2nd floor clearing the bathrooms.
Unfortunately, this is a reality that not just Spokane Public Schools has to live with, but it's a reality across the entire country.
Time is the essence in any urgent situation. The district wants to provide more access to police to enter school building easily and quickly.
In terms of keys and just being aware that they really know and understand our buildings.
An emergency script will be ready for staff and urgent situations. Plus, more training on the way to learn what to do in different scenarios.
What do you do if you're by an outdoor exit? What do you do if you go outside? What do you do if you're not near one of your classrooms? Helping them just work through those themes so that when they do get in those moments, the hope is that they can fall back on that training.
Cutting down any misinformation, parents are asked to check text, calls, and social media from schools.
We have to make sure that we're getting out accurate information because we know that inaccurate information can then exasperate some of the concern and some of the fear.
I appreciate their response and that they're trying to make things better. It's got to be as hard on them as it is on the parents because they have that responsibility to take care of our children every day.
Yeah, the district is developing these trainings right now, and students will get to practice during a monthly lockdown drill. Live in Spokane, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
Peter, thank you. Breaking news from Central Washington now. At least 3 people are dead after being shot at a Circle K in Yakima. Now, after a day-long manhunt, police say the suspected shooter is dead as well. Police say this man, 21-year-old Jared Haddock, walked into the store around 3:30 this morning and shot 2 people. He then walked back out of the store and shot another person, killing them as well. And they say Haddock walked across the street to another gas station, shot into a car, and then drove off. The Yakima police chief says the attack appears to be random.
You just came in and did this. It would be really difficult to defend yourself, even if you were a highly trained person, because you wouldn't know this threat was coming. And that makes people uncomfortable. And I think that's why America is uncomfortable right now with a lot of these crazy incidents that are occurring. And here we are in Little Yakima, right on the heels of California, dealing with much the same thing.
Police say Haddock asked to borrow a stranger's phone, called his mother, confessed to the killings, and told her he planned to commit suicide. As officers closed in, they say they heard gunfire this afternoon and found Haddock hurt. First responders tried to save his life, but he later died. Police say they are now working to figure out a motive for the killings. Well, switching gears, it has been quite a cold start to the week.
It certainly has.
It's only going to get colder.
Yeah, we have a few flurries and a couple inches of snow on the way and some really bitter temperatures. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with your first alert forecast.
Well, those few flurries are possible overnight tonight as we have a familiar weather pattern, the low clouds and fog, and that is going to continue for a cloudy and cool Wednesday. We'll start to see the changes Friday with snow that will continue with another light round on Saturday. I'll go over some of the snowfall totals for you later in the news, and then the cold moves in next week. Here's a look at our satellite and radar right now. Overcast conditions over much of the region. We're in a northwesterly flow, and a weak disturbance coming through overnight will bring that slight chance of flurries, mainly from the central panhandle down onto portions of the Camas Prairie. Temperatures right now, it's 29 in Spokane. We have not made it above freezing today in Spokane. A lot of icy roads and snow around that won't be going anywhere anytime soon. We are at 33 in Spokane Valley, 33 degrees right now in Liberty Lake. This evening, expect overcast conditions and temperatures holding steady in the upper 20s. I'll tell you about that cold in the forecast for next week in your 7-day outlook. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. And to stay updated on the forecast throughout the day, download the 4 News Now weather app. Turn on notifications to get important weather alerts sent straight to your phone. To search KXLY in the App Store.
Breaking news in the battle over Camp Hope. Spokane County has dropped its lawsuit aimed at closing the camp.
The county filed that lawsuit backed by the claim by former Sheriff Ozzie Knezevich that he was ready to clear the camp by force. Our Rania Kaur is at Camp Hope tonight. And Rania, with Knezevich out of office, the county is working toward collaboration instead of confrontation.
That's right, Aaron. Kirsten, the Spokane County Sheriff's Office tells me current Sheriff John Knowles was, quote, promised by the Washington State Department of Transportation and the Washington Department of Commerce that if the county were to drop the lawsuit, they could all come to the table to collaborate. In a statement from the Spokane County Sheriff's Office, they say, quote, we hope that now everyone comes to the table to address the problem of the camp, get the people there the help they need, and return the peace and safety back to the community and businesses in the area. The abatement lawsuit declaring Camp Hope a nuisance was filed by the Spokane County Prosecutor's Office last October after the Spokane County Commissioners approved a resolution allowing them to do so. The lawsuit was filed against WashDOT, who owns the Camp Hope property, and the Department of Commerce. In response to the lawsuit being dropped, WashDOT in a statement wrote in part, quote, we appreciate the good faith effort by Spokane County and the sheriff. Dropping the lawsuit will further the good work being done to downsize and eventually close Camp Hope permanently and to rebuild partnerships between WashDOT, Spokane County, and the Spokane Sheriff's Office as we all work to resolve and disband Camp Hope. Now, even though this abatement lawsuit is dropped, the Spokane County Sheriff's Office and Spokane County tell me they can refile it if need be, but the Spokane County Sheriff's Office says they prefer collaboration. This lawsuit is separate from the one in federal court against the city of Spokane and Spokane County. Reporting from East Central tonight, I'm Rania Kaur, 4 News Now.
Rania, thank you. 2 people are recovering tonight after firefighters say the driver of a pickup slammed into a house in northwest Spokane overnight. Take a look at this new photo of the crumpled truck. Firefighters say that truck crashed into the top of a basement bedroom on Fleming Street right around midnight. Witnesses told them the driver hit a parked car and a tree moments before the house. Firefighters say that driver was unconscious when they arrived and they had to cut him out of the pickup. In this video, you can see the damage that happened, once the light came up. Firefighters say it took about a half an hour to get the driver free. He and someone sleeping in that basement bedroom were both taken to a hospital. Police tell us the driver is critically hurt, and the woman from the bedroom was treated for minor injuries. No word on whether the driver will face charges.
A Spokane doctor will spend the next 8 years in prison for trying to hire a hitman to attack 2 women. Dr. Ronald Ilg was a neonatologist in Spokane who says his life fell apart when he lost his job and his wife filed for divorce. So he went on the dark web and paid a stranger Bitcoin, asking them to beat one woman, break her hands, and to kidnap his wife for a week until she stopped the divorce proceedings. The FBI found the messages and arrested him. And today, a federal judge sentenced him to 4 years in prison for each victim. In court, Ilg tried to blame his firing on discrimination based on his sexuality and said he has deep remorse for his actions. Prosecutors say they have proof he's trying to profit from his crimes. You can read what happened in court right now on KXLY.com.
Coming up on 4 News Now at 6, lead in baby food. How much is too much? New limits from the FDA. And Ticketmaster faces the Senate for their meltdown over Taylor Swift tickets after the break.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app.
Save your greed! Adventure awaits at Silver Mountain Resort this winter. Enjoy some of the best terrain in the region, only 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene, right off I-90. Family, friends, and smiles as big as the wide-open vistas. Relax in a beautiful condo just a stroll away from dining, water slides, indoor surfing, and 84 degrees. And a gondola ride away from our new covered carpet lift, tubing, and acres of snow rider heaven. Your winter adventure awaits at Silver Mountain. Book today at silvermt.com.
It's back. If the Gonzaga men's basketball team wins the 2023 National Championship, Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning will refund all eligible equipment purchased from Bill's Heating and Air between January 15th and March 15th. Yes, you heard that right. So call today and get your new instant hot water tank, furnace, or AC unit. Treat yourself to heated floors or many of the other products we offer at Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning. Terms and conditions apply. Go to callbillsheating.com for more.
Hi, I'm Chris with Clark's Tire and Automotive. Right now is the best time to get your vehicle in to get it checked over. Come on in for a free winter inspection. We're going to check your brakes, shocks, struts, tires, air filter, wiper blades, and your heating and cooling system to make sure you're winter ready. If you can't make it into one of our shops, give us a call. We now have a mobile service. We offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile parts and labor warranty. We support our local law enforcement, our schools, our nurses and doctors, and we're here to support you. Come and try us out. We are a friendly neighborhood service repair center.
Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle wreck?
Call Russell & Hill, attorneys at law.
Where real people
with real injuries
get real results.
24/7, nights and weekends.
Free consultations.
And there's never a fee unless we win.
Choose 2.
Choose Russell & Hill.
When we designed the all-new Honda Pilot Trail Sport, we made it adventure ready. With features like off-road tuned suspension, an enhanced all-wheel drive system, all-terrain tires, and Trail Watch, so you can blaze new trails. The all-new Pilot Trail Sport, the most off-road capable Honda SUV ever.
I finally get to fulfill my dream of being in the FBI.
It's the reason why I chose each of you, the outside-the-box thinkers.
I did good, right?
New at 6 tonight, Ticketmaster and its corporate parent, Live Nation, in the spotlight on Capitol Hill today after the Taylor Swift concert ticket sale debacle last year left millions of her fans fuming.
They were so mad. A top Senate committee taking a hard look at the ticketing industry and whether they are a monopoly that's harming consumers by stifling competition. ABC's M. Wynn has the latest from Washington, D.C.
Ticketmaster and parent company Live Nation in the hot seat at a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing after their Taylor Swift concert tour ticket meltdown left millions of her fans furious.
The way your company handled the ticket sales for Ms. Swift was a debacle. And whoever in your company was in charge of that ought to be fired.
The lockouts, delays, and soaring aftermarket prices raising concerns on both sides of the aisle over Ticketmaster's alleged monopoly on the market.
You can't have too much consolidation, something that unfortunately for this country
As a ode to Taylor Swift, I will say we know all too well.
Senators questioning Live Nation and Ticketmaster's 2010 merger that has given them outsized influence over much of the live event industry, accusing it of crushing competition from smaller companies, which some critics claim harms consumers.
A lack of robust competition in our industry meaningfully stunts innovation. Venues fear losing Live Nation concerts if they don't use Ticketmaster.
Joe Burchell, the president of Live Nation, blaming the Swift sale debacle on an attack from bots sent by ticket scalpers.
This is what led to a terrible consumer experience, which we deeply regret.
Connecticut Senator Richard Blumenthal pushing to have the Live Nation Ticketmaster merger undone.
Ticketmaster ought to look in the mirror and say, I'm the problem. It's me.
The Justice Department is investigating Live Nation for possible antitrust violations, looking into whether the company abused its power over the live music industry. Live Nation has said it takes antitrust laws seriously and did not act improperly to achieve its market power. Em Lin, ABC News, Washington.
It's happened to all of us. You search for something on Google, then an advertisement for that very thing pops up. Now, the Justice Department is suing the tech giant for monopolizing the online advertising space. The complaint alleges Google has used anti-competitive mergers to acquire rivals and that Google has bullied advertisers into its proprietary technology products. The suit marks the Biden administration's first blockbuster antitrust case against a big tech company. The Trump administration sued Google in 2020 for anti-competitive harms in search and search advertising. That case still ongoing.
Well, Walmart is giving some of its U.S. hourly workers a raise. The company announced today it was increasing minimum wage employees' pay from $12 to $14 an hour. Walmart says this would bring up the average hourly wage to more than $17.50 an hour. The new pay will start next month. Walmart also announced it's expanding its associate to driver program to help workers earn a commercial driver's license to become a Walmart truck driver. Well, if you have a tattered or torn American flag, 4 News Now is teaming up with local partners to get you a new one for free. It's called the Great American Flag Swap. And when we did this a couple weeks ago, we could barely keep up with the demand. Tomorrow, it's North Idaho's turn, thanks to our friends at Dave Smith Motors. And we are bringing you this flag swap to Dave Smith Motors in Kellogg, and we'll replace one of the same size with a new one. We'll make sure the old one is disposed of properly. The event goes from 9 a.m. until noon or until the flags run out. You can find out more details and restrictions right on our homepage, KXLY.com.
A foggy start to the day tomorrow. May also see a few isolated snow flurries. Otherwise, low clouds and fog and a high of 33 degrees. Snow and cold in the 7-day forecast. I'll tell you all about it after the break.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by End the Violence.
Why not have the bath of your dreams? With Bath Planet, you can once again relax and enjoy the beauty of your new shower and bath. Our custom-built baths and showers will forever change the way your bathroom looks.
Call today for a free in-home consultation.
Magical moments. Snowy adventures. Warming up. Making memories. A winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
Let's wave the flag together. Hello, I'm Mark Peterson with 4 News Now, presenting the Great American Flag Swap. Bring your old tattered flag to Dave Smith in Kellogg, Idaho on January 25th, and in exchange, you'll receive a new American-made flag from Uncle Sam's Flag and Gift.
Dave Smith Motors has been serving the local community for over 50 years, and we're proud to support the Great American Flag Swap. If you've visited our dealership in the Silver Valley, you know how much we value our country and its national symbol of freedom. Dave Smith Motors, honoring our veterans and all who serve.
Come on, Lucky Charm. Enough with the textbook.
You're up 1,100 and I got a test tomorrow.
What's more important, me winning a jackpot today or your entire future sometime in the future? Besides, how hard could it be? Go ahead. Quiz me.
Fine. What's the square root of 349?
18.682. I just wasted my luck, didn't I?
Ugh, credit card debt? Well, tomorrow morning, if you give GMA just a couple of minutes, we can help get you out of debt with the expert strategies and tips that could shave your credit cards way down faster than you might think. So tomorrow, watch GMA for the answers.
Why not have the bath of your dreams? With Bath Planet, you can once again relax and enjoy the beauty of your new shower and bath. Our custom-built baths and showers will forever change the way your bathroom looks.
Call today for a free in-home consultation.
Oh, we're talking a big happy birthday to Cincinnati Zoo's beloved hippo, Fiona. She turned 6 today. Fiona gained international attention in 2017 after she was born prematurely. She weighed just a record 29 pounds at birth. That's really low considering that newborn hippos typically weigh about 100 pounds. And against all odds, Fiona thrived and is with us to celebrate her 6th birthday. Fiona fans can enter the Ultimate Hippo Getaway on the Cincinnati Zoo's website through the end of the month with a chance to meet Fiona and her family. That is the Ultimate Hippo Getaway.
Her little snout, and her little legs. I love Fiona.
So cute. I gotta remember to do that right after the forecast, though, because we've got a lot to talk about. I just want to set a baseline for how cold it is going to get in the 7-day forecast by showing you that we were a little below average for our high today. 31, 35 is our average high. However, a little above average for our low. That's very typical on these gray days. The clouds act like a blanket and keep us from getting as cold as we would otherwise at night. But without the benefit of any sunshine, it keeps a lid on our temperature during the day. So a short thermometer for 39, our sunset time. Flurries possible out of that low cloud and fog deck tonight. 26 degrees for an overnight low. 33 tomorrow, a day very much like today with light winds, clouds, and some fog in the morning. High pressure in control over the region. We are, however, on the very eastern edge of this ridge of high pressure, and that allows weak disturbances dropping out of Canada to pass through the region. One will do so as we get into the overnight, bringing that chance of some very light snow to the central panhandle. A few flurries possible in extreme eastern Washington. Here's Wednesday at 5 o'clock. High pressure keeping things dry, stagnant, light winds, but we are looking to the north for a system dropping down out of Canada for Thursday night, but mainly into Friday. Another quick one moving through on Saturday, and that will bring us the chance of some measurable snow. Here's a look at some early snowfall estimates. Most of the heavier snow will be well to our east into Montana, but we could still see some heavier snow around Lookout Pass, parts of the Palouse. We're looking at 1 to 2 inches of snow around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, possibly a little more on Saturday, but that system looks to be mostly a wind maker. It is going to be a windy day on Saturday as cold air starts pushing its way in. Here's our temperature trend. This white line right here is average, and we're going to be just a little below average the next 3 days, and then we plummet down into the teens for highs next week. Overnight lows tonight will be in the 20s around the region. High temperatures tomorrow in the mid-30s in most locations. Lewiston the exception at 43. In your planning forecast, a quiet couple of days before that snow comes in, possibly mixed with rain in spots in the valleys, but for the most part, we're looking at snow. Windy conditions on Saturday with more light snow possible. Then sunny, but very cold. Temperatures in the teens for highs. Overnight lows down in the single digits with snow possible as we get into Tuesday. Aaron?
Chris, thank you. The Food and Drug Administration wants to lower the allowable amount of lead in baby food.
Lead exposure can impact brain development and the nervous system. The proposed new limits would not be legally binding, but the FDA says it would use them as a factor in deciding to take enforcement action against a company for selling contaminated food. The FDA says lead exposure through food among children ages 1 to 3 has declined 97% since the 1980s.
Coming up on 4 News Now at 6, how you could save big on prescriptions through Amazon Prime after the break.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Those responsible for making our local roads and highways safe for winter travel would like to remind you that snow removal is an important, critical, and precise task. Please give the right-of-way to removal equipment so we can all get where we need to go quickly and safely.
Home. It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories, create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
The last thing you want people thinking about when they're in their golden years is money. We have a new family member living with us, which is my mother-in-law, Kathleen. She has had MS since my husband's been 6. We have our caregivers that come into the home and help out with her. She gets showers every day. Walk Cares is a really unique program. As you get older, you're still cared for and you're still valuable. It's just great to know that if you need it, Walk Cares will be there for them.
Coeur d'Alene Casino is giving you 3 ways to win one of 42 cruises this January. Play to earn entries starting January 1st. Then, come in for the $75,000 Cruisin' in 23 giveaway to be one of 30 winners of a cruise for 2 and $500 cash on January 28th. Next, we'll announce 10 winners of the Cruise to Alaska Point Battle on January 29th. Plus, join the Extra Bingo game for a chance to win a $2,000 certificate towards a dream cruise, only at Coeur d'Alene Casino.
At the Coeur d'Alene Boat Expo, you'll find better boats, better prices, and bigger savings. Attend the Coeur d'Alene Boat Expo February 1st through the 6th, where you'll find the region's largest inventory of new and used boats under 64,000 feet of indoor display area. The Coeur d'Alene Boat Expo features names like Chris Craft, Cobalt, Harris, Barletta, Malibu, Regal, Access, Cruiser Yachts, and Core Custom, plus a huge display of used boats. Be sure to attend the Coeur d'Alene Boat Expo February 1st through the 6th, next to Cedars Floating Restaurant in Coeur d'Alene, sponsored by Hagedon Marine.
Winter weather means hazardous driving conditions. If you must travel, follow these guidelines to keep everyone safe. Slow down and keep a safe following distance. Use traction tires. Give snow and emergency vehicles the right of way. Carry an emergency kit. Brought to you by Lakes, Worley, Post Falls, and Eastside Highway Districts. 4 News Now is brought to you by the Coeur d'Alene Convention and Visitors Bureau.
New at 6 o'clock, a big announcement from Amazon could help you save on general prescription medications. RX Pass is a new benefit for the more than 200 million Prime members from Amazon Pharmacy, offering unlimited prescription medications for $5 a month delivered free to your door. Available starting today, the service gives users access to more than 50 generic medications, treating more than 80 of the most common health conditions, including high blood pressure, anxiety, and acid reflux. No insurance is needed.
According to the FDA, there are thousands of online pharmacies, and this space is only growing. So it's good to see companies like Amazon put forward projects like RX Pass to further add competition in this space and make getting generic medications more convenient, affordable, and with price transparency.
Other online pharmacies like Express Scripts or Capsule offer discounts on prescriptions or free delivery, but RX Pass differs by offering a flat rate for an unlimited amount of prescriptions as long as it's ones they carry.
The RX Pass, it is reassuring to see that a prescription is required, but it's also important for patients to understand that not all generic medications will be available. And if people do have trouble affording medication, it's still important to chat with a healthcare professional directly.
And while the benefit is an add-on to a current Prime subscription, it will not be available for those enrolled in Medicare, Medicaid, or any other government health care program. Although Amazon says those customers can still use their government insurance to fill prescriptions at Amazon Pharmacy.
Rising obesity rates among children may be a result of the COVID-19 pandemic closing schools and disrupting their lives. According to the CDC, nearly 1 in 5 children in the U.S. is affected by childhood obesity. And during the COVID pandemic, children gained weight at a faster rate compared to non-pandemic periods. Researchers specifically looked at June through November of 2020 and found that the rate of BMI increase for children ages 6 to 11 more than doubled. While genetic factors causing obesity cannot be changed, your child's surrounding environment, diet, and exercise level may be affecting their weight.
We're getting closer to getting lab-grown meat onto the dinner table. One leader in the industry called Upside has now won a key approval from the FDA, calling its chicken products safe for humans.
A rally for reproductive rights in Olympia today. We'll show you the proposed bills aimed at strengthening a woman's right to an abortion in Washington.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Here we grow again. Even more fun is headed to Spokane Tribe Casino. You love Caesar Sportsbook, the grill and bar, and larger variety of games we recently added. Gear up for a new food court, a completely smoke-free gaming area, a state-of-the-art entertainment venue, and more. Things just keep getting better. Get in on the $100,000 giveaway and your chance at the $50,000 grand prize in honor of 5 great years of Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
The Spokane Ag Show returns to the Spokane Convention Center February 7th through the 9th. This exciting 3-day event features ag industry vendors, recertification courses, and informative seminars. Returning speakers include weatherman Art Douglas and WSU ag economist Randy Fortenberry. Park free at the Spokane Arena with free shuttle buses to and from the convention center. Visit agshow.org for detailed information and online ticket purchase. Meet, learn, and grow at the 2023 Spokane Ag Show.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza. A lot more.
That's our extra large New York style take and bake pizza. And it's everything you'd expect from a classic New York style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven. And only $9.99.
Do I have to share it?
It's recommended, but not required. Papa Murphy's. We make great pizza, so you can make the pizza great.
Such a great deal.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a 4-letter word.
I think I'll sell my veggies at the market.
You even remember to water the house plants. I do this?
You can do this.
Hey, we need to build a home office. We're adding another bathroom.
I think I'll study programming.
Bro, you even connect your phone to Bluetooth.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
New on 4 News Now at 6:30. With reproductive rights on the docket today in Olympia, it has been busy.
2 bills protecting reproductive freedom have been discussed through public hearings. Emily Bloom explains what's under consideration.
The first bill, 8202, would amend the state's constitution to include that the state will not interfere with anyone's reproductive freedom decisions. Following that, Bill 5242 prohibits cost sharing for the coverage of abortion services.
Tuesday morning's hearing for 8202, Governor Inslee led the public in giving testimony.
I believe this right of choice needs to be included in our Constitution. It needs to be enshrined in our Constitution, and it needs to be embedded in our Constitution.
Many followed on both sides of the aisle.
Do not vote to advance this bill. No one has the fundamental right to take the life of another human being.
On the heels of Roe v. Wade being overturned, these Washingtonians fighting to either protect our abortion rights or fighting against them.
This is not a decision to be made by government. I never thought I would see my children and grandchildren have fewer rights than I had as a young woman.
Following this hearing was another for Senate Bill 5242, which prohibits cost sharing for the coverage of abortion services.
Out-of-pocket costs are one of the biggest barriers to abortion access.
Either way, it is wrong for taxpayers and those using private insurance to have to shoulder the cost of abortions, an elective and controversial procedure.
And later in the day, legislators spoke about these abortion protection bills at a rally. Representative Lori Jenkins says we should be celebrating the 50th anniversary of Roe v. Wade.
We are instead here right now mourning the United States Supreme Court taking away for the first time in history a constitutional right.
And Representative Charlotte Mena fighting to keep Washington a sanctuary state.
We need to protect the health of our democracy to ensure that we can be well advocated for. And a lot of you have already done this work. You've done the work on the other side leading up to November, and now we're here to finish the race.
We'll be following how and if these bills continue to move through the Senate. Reporting in studio tonight, Emily Bloom, 4 News Now.
Live look over downtown Spokane tonight. Boy, is that a pretty shot. So far, the fog has stayed away. That will not be the case for long. We'll wake up with the low clouds and fog again tomorrow with the possibility of some flurries overnight tonight. Cloudy and cool for tomorrow, and then we have snow on the way for Friday and Saturday. 1 to 2 inches of snow possible around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. That is the early estimate, and then it gets cold next week. Here's a look at our satellite and radar right now. We did have a few snow showers in the central panhandle today. We have a northwesterly flow over the region. A weak disturbance coming in overnight may bring a few snow showers once again to the central panhandle. Our forecast radar, however, not picking up on much. Most of, if any, snow stays north of the Canadian border, but we do have plenty of low clouds and fog, and those will be around for the next couple of days before we see a more meaningful change. In your Wednesday planner, we're heading up to a high tomorrow of 33. 35 is our average high, a dry day. I'll be back in just a few minutes. We're checking in on our dwindling snowpack. We could use some snow in the mountains. I'll tell you about that in just a few minutes, Aaron.
Thank you, Chris. Well, the past 4 days in the U.S. have been violent and deadly. The third mass shooting has taken place, and that's just in California.
A gunman is in custody after police say he killed at least 7 people in Half Moon Bay last night. Just hours later, in a separate, unrelated incident, another shooting in Oakland killed 1 person and hurt 7 others.
Well, this comes after 11 were killed in Monterey Park in Southern California over the weekend. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
Yet another mass shooting in California, the third in just 3 days. Monday evening, deputies taking down the suspect responsible for opening fire at 2 farms in Half Moon Bay, killing at least 7 and seriously injuring another.
This kind of shooting is horrific. It's a tragedy that we hear about far too often.
San Mateo officials saying deputies were dispatched to Mountain Mushroom Farm after a report of a shooting with multiple victims. Shortly after, first responders discovering 3 more killed at another farm about a mile away. Authorities identifying the suspect as 67-year-old Half Moon Bay resident Chun Li Zhao, found hours later in his car in the parking lot of a police substation.
All of the evidence we have points to this being the instance of workplace violence. The Mountain Mushroom Farm, the first location, is where the subject was employed.
Investigators in Monterey Park also working to pin down a motive in the shooting at Star Dance Studio that left 11 dead and 9 injured. Authorities discovering a rifle, ammunition, and firearm suppressors in the making in the suspect's home. The community honoring the memory of those lost. The victims, all over the age of 50, including 70-year-old Diana Tom, remembered by her family as a hardworking mother, wife, and grandmother who loved to dance.
And just to give some context in all of this, there have been more mass shootings than days of the year so far, with the Gun Violence Archive recording 39 mass shootings in the first 23 days of the year. Rena Roy, ABC News, Half Moon Bay, California.
Well, as you just heard from Rena Roy's report, memorials are growing outside the dance hall where 11 people were killed during Lunar New Year celebrations in Monterey Park, California. Witnesses say the owner of the studio, Ming-Wei Ma, tried to stop the shooter when he entered the ballroom, but he was killed. as was Valentino Alvario. Family members say the 68-year-old father and grandfather loved to dance. Although nothing will bring back what was taken away from these families, they do say that they are finding solace in knowing that none of their loved ones died alone.
Passed away doing what they loved, and the last thing they did was doing what they love with the people that they enjoyed dancing with for years and years. That alone is, comforting.
In Iowa, Des Moines police have charged 18-year-old Preston Walls in connection to a shooting that killed 2 students and injured the founder of a nonprofit organization focused on helping at-risk youth. Police say the suspect cut off a GPS ankle monitor 16 minutes before the shooting from a previous weapons charge. The Des Moines mayor talked about his emotional meeting with the 2 victims' families.
There's little one can say that will lessen their pain. Nothing that can be said to bring them back, those who were killed so senselessly.
Senseless violence at a youth outreach program. That's mission is to stop it. The program's founder is the 3rd and surviving victim. He's in the hospital, seriously injured from the very violence that he's dedicated his life to ending. The Biden administration is once again calling on lawmakers to take action aimed towards easing gun-related violence in the U.S.
President Biden issued a statement calling on Congress to pass an assault weapons and high-capacity magazine ban and legislation that raises the minimum purchasing age to 21 years old. The Gun Violence Archive defines a mass shooting as an incident where at least 4 people, not including the suspect, are shot. According to that archive, there's been more than 36 mass shootings in the U.S. since the start of the year. Some lawmakers in Washington, D.C. are also calling for action.
Well, the Senate passed bipartisan gun safety legislation last year, and that was a very welcome move. More should be done.
A 2022 study from the American Academy of Pediatrics said firearm injuries are the leading cause of death for people under the age of 24 in the United States. Coming up on 4 News Now, because another set of classified documents have been found, this time at former Vice President Mike Pence's home. We'll tell you more about that after the break.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Ironstone Furniture and Fire.
Well, looks like our surgery patient is feeling better today.
Yep, I didn't need any oxy today. I thought I'd do a little surgery on the drain.
Huh. Do you need your pain pills anymore?
No.
Well, we should get them out of the house. There are places to drop them off.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I can do that right now.
And I will look at the drain.
Prevent opioid misuse. Find safe medication return options near you at med-project.org.
It's Falco's biggest end-of-season closeout sale ever. EnviroFire wood, gas, and pellet-burning fireplaces are in stock and on sale. Display and demo models with over $1,000 in savings. Don't wait until next season. Get the best deal of the year now at Falco's. EnviroFire fireplaces are in stock and installation appointments are available today. Ask about special financing and clean air discounts too. Falco's EnviroFire closeout sale on now. 9310 East Sprague, Spokane Valley.
Sometimes you're so busy taking care of everyone else, you don't do enough for yourself or your mouth. But eventually it will remind you. When it does, Aspen Dental is here for you. We offer the custom dental treatments you need all under one roof right nearby, so we can bring more life to your smile and more smile to your life affordably. New patients without insurance can get a free complete exam and x-rays and 20% off treatment plans. Aspen Dental, anything to make you smile. Schedule your appointment today.
At Move Fitness, our gyms are designed to keep you moving. From the energetic fun classes to our motivating trainers and state-of-the-art equipment, there's a reason we've been voted the #1 best gym year after year. And every day we come to work focused on you, our top priority, giving you the cleanest facilities for your workout goals. Come on, let's work out. Move Fitness.
Next ET, it's Oscar nominations day, the sure things and the snubs. Plus, we're with the returning Oscar host Jimmy Kimmel, how the show will address the infamous slap.
It's the elephant in the room.
And the late night milestone Jimmy has to get through first.
It really is one of the best things about the show.
Then,
we're celebrating Jersey Day, sipping and spilling with the cast of Jersey Shore.
Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Yum. Oreo's newest limited edition cookie is stuffed with itself.
An Oreo within an Oreo.
It's inception of Oreos. The company calls this the most Oreo. It has the usual chocolate wafers outside and a cookies and cream mix inside. A QR code on the package lets customers into a metaverse experience. Of course it does.
Because why not?
Yeah, you gotta have that VR helmet though, right? How do you even enjoy it? The most Oreos will be available in store Monday for about $5.
We'd give it a shot.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I would do that. Sit there with the goggles on and eat Oreos. Friday night.
What an assignment.
Yes, I am in. Let's talk about snow. We're going to start off with a satellite image of snow cover around the region. I've got plenty of snow at my house. You may have at yours as well. Our key over here showing that we have some deep snow in parts of the region, particularly in the northern Cascades. However, as we get into the mountains of eastern Washington and North Idaho, our snowpack isn't quite where we'd like it to be. And especially we started out so strong this season, but we have slipped a little bit. Still looking good as we head down into the Walla Walla area, but the central panhandle, Clearwater Mountains, 83% of average. The Spokane River Basin, 85% of average. Not too bad in the northern panhandle, 91%, but what started out well above average in the upper Columbia is now at 87%. Very early in the snowpack season, no need to fear, but we would like to see that trend reverse. Meanwhile, the drought monitor, U.S. drought monitor, updates every Thursday, is looking great. We are in the dry region, but considering we spent much of the last few years in the extreme or severe drought through parts of central Washington, to see things just dry is good. And our Palouse, where we're growing all that wheat, in good shape. But we do need some snow in the mountains, and it looks like we are going to get it. This is the latest outlook from the Climate Prediction Center for February, March, and April. And even shorter range forecasts look like we're going to be seeing above average precipitation throughout the Northwest, particularly the inland Northwest and into western Montana. So some good news there. And there is also a signal toward below average precipitation. If you thought those 40s earlier this month were a sign of an early end to winter, I'm afraid that is not the case, but we certainly could use some more snow in the mountains. We're going to be continuing to build that snowpack for the next couple of months, and I'll keep you updated as we get closer to the end of the snowpack season. But right now, we take a look at our forecast. We have high pressure in control, very little snow coming out of a northerly flow over the inland Northwest, even in the mountains. And that will be the case even through Thursday night and Friday. We have a system dropping in 1 to 2 inches of snow around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, with slightly more in the mountains of North Idaho. But no big storms coming. We do have some big winds coming on Saturday, and that is going to usher in this Arctic air, dropping our temperatures down into the teens, overnight lows in the single digits, but some sunshine, not snow, to come along with those wintry temperatures. Aaron?
Thank you, Chris. And keep up with the forecast near you. Download the 4 News Now weather app to your phone and receive important weather alerts wherever you are. Just search KXLY in the App Store.
Well, many of us have heard of the doomsday clock, and it is continuing to tick closer to what it calls planet annihilation, moving ahead in the last year from 100 seconds to midnight to 90 seconds to midnight. which is the closest it's ever been. The clock attempts to gauge how close humanity is to destroying the world, with the purpose of starting conversations about difficult scientific topics. The Bulletin of Atomic Scientists mentioned the war in Ukraine and the threat of nuclear escalation and climate change as reasons for the clock's move forward. Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Why not have the bath of your dreams? With Bath Planet, you can once again relax and enjoy the beauty of your new shower and bath. Our custom-built baths and showers will forever change the way your bathroom looks.
Call today for a free in-home consultation.
The boats are back. It's a live in-person show. 4 big days, Thursday through Sunday, January 26th to 29th at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Summer fun on the water is just around the corner, so take the whole family. That's right, it's back, live and in person. From big to small, you'll see it all. At the 2023 Spokane Boat Show, the boats are back. You can learn more at SpokaneBoatShow.com.
Ironstone Furniture and Fire is making room for new inventory. For a limited time, you can create your ideal space and save on in-stock selections. Sofas, chairs, tables, and more. Comfortable and beautiful furniture makes a house feel like home. Visit our showroom, Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene.
Come and listen to a story about MeTV, where the Clampett clan went to Monday through Friday. Said prime time is the place you want to be, so they loaded up the truck and they moved to evenings.
Watch MeTV, weeknights at 9 on KXLY 4.2.
There's a new tax refund called the Working Families Tax Credit from the Washington State Department of Revenue. Those who qualify could get up to $1,200 back. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Why not have the bath of your dreams? With Bath Planet, you can once again relax and enjoy the beauty of your new shower and bath. Our custom-built baths and showers will forever change the way your bathroom looks.
Call today for a free in-home consultation. 4 News Now is brought to you by End the Violence.
4 additional members of the far-right Oath Keepers militia group have been found guilty of seditious conspiracy and other charges for their involvement in the deadly January 6th attack on the Capitol. Prosecutors convincing a Washington, D.C. jury that the 4 forcibly tried to stop the certification of Joe Biden's election victory and keep Donald Trump in office. Lawmakers for 2 of the defendants say their clients did not receive a fair trial.
Men were swept up by the Stop the Steal nonsense that was pushed by the president.
Their trial came 2 months after Oath Keepers leader was also convicted of seditious conspiracy. The Justice Department got another win related to the Capitol riot yesterday. The man photographed with his feet up on the desk in then Speaker Nancy Pelosi's office was convicted on all 8 counts he was facing. The seldom used seditious conspiracy charge the 4 Oath Keepers were convicted on carries a sentence of up to 20 years in prison. The judge has yet to set a date for that sentencing. Another set of classified documents are showing up, this time at the private home of former Vice President Mike Pence.
Sources tell ABC News that an attorney for Mike Pence reported to the National Archives classified documents were found inside his Indiana home. ABC's Morgan Norwood has more.
Classified documents were reportedly found at the Indiana home of former Vice President Mike Pence, and the Department of Justice now reviewing the matter. According to letters obtained by ABC News to the National Archives, a representative for the former VP says that on January 16th, Pence asked lawyers to review records that were stored in his home. That's when lawyers found a small number of documents that could potentially contain sensitive or classified information. The letter states Vice President Pence immediately secured the documents in a locked safe, adding that Pence was unaware of the records being in his possession. A second letter to the National Archives dated just 2 days ago explains that Pence turned the documents over to the FBI on January 19th. Sources say the search was done proactively in the wake of classified documents being found at President Joe Biden's Wilmington home and old office. Just 2 weeks ago, Pence was on Fox News, slamming the Department of Justice, saying they should treat Biden's investigation the same as Trump's. And in November, months before all of this came to light, he told our David Muir plainly he did not take any classified documents from the White House.
Let me ask you, as we sit here in your home office in Indiana, did you take any classified documents with you from the White House?
I did not.
The DOJ is already using special counsels to investigate documents found in Biden and former President Trump's possession. Officials are trying to determine whether Trump or anyone else should face criminal charges. And the DOJ is not commenting, but the Republican House Committee on Oversight and Accountability chair releasing a statement saying Pence reached out to him, saying he agreed to fully cooperate with any congressional oversight and questions on the matter. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
Daily migrant encounters are down at the U.S.-Mexico border. A Homeland Security official says they've dropped by more than half this month compared to last month. In December, the crossings averaged about 7,000 a day. That was ahead of the anticipated end of the Title 42 immigration restriction. But the Supreme Court has put a temporary hold on its end.
A makeshift border wall along Arizona's border with Mexico is coming down. Crews have so far removed 1.6 miles of shipping containers since the Biden administration sued the Arizona governor who agreed to take it down. And doing so is expected to take 2 months and cost more than $57 million.
The national average price for gas has risen about 35 cents in the past month. AAA reports the price per gallon now is $3.44 when 1 month ago it was $3.09. Last week the national average was $3.32, and there's a similar trend here in the inland Northwest. Today's gas prices average $4.07 across Washington, up nearly 20 cents from last month. In Spokane County, the price per gallon is $3.65, and in Idaho, prices are just lower than the national average, right around $3.42 across the state. Even better in Kootenai County, of course, at $3.22.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Livy Mania.
We want her!
Next, Inside Edition, the gymnastic sensation who's taking America by storm. How her performances and endorsements are making her the hottest gymnast in America. Then, the hit HBO series, The Last of Us. Can it really happen? Can fungus turn us into zombies? Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
The boats are back. It's a live, in-person show. 4 big days, January 26th to the 29th at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. From big to small, you'll see it all. Go to SpokaneBoatShow.com.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXOY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Hi, I'm John Butler with Century 21. Welcome to beautiful Gem Shores Estate here in Hayden Lake, the most premier waterfront property for sale in North Idaho. This 8,600 square foot masterpiece is designed with the most unique furnishings from all over the world. Every piece has a history and a story to tell. When this home sells, the furniture must go. Consign Furniture in Liberty Lake is the only company we refer our clients to. Our clients deserve the best, and Consign Furniture delivers every time.
It's back. If the Gonzaga men's basketball team wins the 2023 National Championship, Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning will refund all eligible equipment purchased from Bill's Heating and Air between January 15th and March 15th. Yes, you heard that right. So call today and get your new instant hot water tank, furnace, or AC unit. Treat yourself to heated floors or many of the other products we offer at Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning. Terms and conditions apply. Go to callbillsheating.com for more.
Hey folks, Jay Muner here. Northwest Motorsport is celebrating 14 years of trucks, and more trucks. We also have new inventory every day. Come check out what's new at nwmsrocks.com/anniversary.
The boats are back. It's a live, in-person show. 4 big days, January 26th to the 29th at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. From big to small, you'll see it all. Go to SpokaneBoatShow.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by R&R RV.
I want to show you the 7-day forecast again because there are some big changes coming. More of the same for the next couple of days. Low clouds and fog, occasional snow flurries and icy roads. Then we bring in some snow Friday into Saturday, possibly mixed with rain at times on Friday. Windy Saturday night and then cold next week. Quite cold. Coldest weather of 2023. Here we are on the 24th.
Yes,
I know.
I like it already.
That sounds a lot more exciting than it.
Coldest weather of the year. But it is. It's down into the teens, for crying out loud.
And people were saying, oh, maybe we got it, out of our system because it was so early to have those.
It's bad.
It's still winter.
We're not even close to the end.
No, we're not.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.